you will never feel truly satisfied by work until you are satisfied by life. Fellow Toastmasters and most welcome guests. Work-life balance. It's my take on work-life balance though. Let me tell you a story. There was a man who came in late from work one day, and his son was waiting at the door. And as soon as dad and son met it, his son said, "Dad, can I ask you a question?" Dad said, "Sure. Go ahead, son, ask me." Son said, "Can I ask you, how much money do you earn in an hour per day?" Confused, Dad said, "What do you want to know?" And then, after a little bit of probing back and forth, Dad said, "I earn roughly $20 in an hour per day." Then the son went with the shoulders down and looked up to his dad and said, "Dad, may I please borrow $10 from you?" Dad got a bit angry and said, "If it's for a toy or some other nonsense that you want to buy, you better get into the bedroom and sleep and think about how selfish you have become." So the son went into the room, got into the bedroom and locked the door. After a while, the father felt bad about how harshly he reacted to his son and took a $10 bill, went into the room and gave it to his son. Then the son said, "Dad, thank you so much." Then he took up this pillow and he started taking more bills out of it. And then Dad asked, "If you had already this much money, why did you ask me $10 for?" Then he said, "Dad, I didn't have enough." And he said this, "Daddy, I have $20 now. Can I buy an hour of your time? Please come home early tomorrow and I will have dinner with you." That's pretty much the state of around 60% of the workforce right now. Each one of us is almost spending 10 to 12 hours working in a day. So let's define what's work-life balance. What is work-life balance? Work-life balance is all about effectively managing the juggling act between paid work and what's really important to you. What is really important to you? Spending time with family, doing some workouts, right? Things like that. Or doing some volunteering work. These are the real important things. But it's always a juggle act which you keep on doing. Now, let's come to the facts here. I remember Andrew asked me this question last time. What is it that I'm really frustrated with? You know, one of the things which I'm really frustrated with is, I know for sure corporations are never going to solve this issue for us. None of the organizations is going to solve these issues for us. Why? Because it's in their DNA that they want to get the max out of us. They don't want you not to work, or they don't want you to go out and spend time with your family. They want you to work as much as possible. And all the discussions about flexi times and casual Fridays or paternity leave only hide the core issue of work-life balance. Think about it. Casual Friday. Oh, let me wear my jeans. I'll have my work-life balance. It sounds like that. Oh my goodness. And the second and the most important thing is, if you don't design your own life, someone else will design it for you. And I've seen that happening quite a lot. In my work life, even I as a manager, I work as a manager and I end up doing that to my colleagues. So if you don't design your own life, someone else will design it for you. So think about it. On one hand, putting childcare facilities in the workplace is a great benefit, for sure. But on the other hand, it's a nightmare. It just means that you're spending more time in work. You're not spending back home. So if you think about work-life balance as a whole, I would say you've got to treat it as 5 different things. And if this was a good example which came up, which talks about 5 balls of life, you would have family, friends, health, spirit, and work, of which the family, friends, health, and spirit are made of glasses. Only the work is the one which is made of a rubber ball. So if that drops, it will bounce back. So if you lose your job, you will still get a job back. But if you lose any of the other ones, you will shatter it. So it's tough to get that back. There is another analogy which talks about work-life triangle. And if you look at the triangle here, there are 3 parts to it, which is work, the second being relationships, and the third being self-care. Most of our time gets spent in work, and it's very less in relationship and self-care. But there is a formula which I'll give you today, which you can try, and something which I've been trying to do now, which is remember your pies. What do you mean by remember pies? PI stands for your self-care, you have to do a lot of physical activities. So the P stands for physical. The I stands for intellectual. You've got to spend time getting into news or doing some sudokus, things like that. Just spend the time intellectually. The third being emotional. E is emotional. And the fourth being spiritual. Spend some time meditating, do some yoga, things like that. So only if you have a true balanced life, you need to incorporate all of these together. So never become so busy making a living that you forget to make a life. Have a good work-life balance, guys.